Have you ever wondered if climate change could alter the way we live as families? This isn't just a speculative question, but a stark reality that many families worldwide are facing today. Climate change, a global issue that's been on the rise for decades, is not just about rising temperatures or melting ice caps. It's about the profound impact on our everyday lives, including our family life. From natural disasters that displace families from their homes, to health issues caused by worsening air quality, the effects of environmental degradation are far-reaching and deeply personal. Imagine having to uproot your family because your home is no longer safe, or struggling with health problems because the air you breathe is polluted. These are not just hypothetical situations but the lived experiences of countless families. Today we delve into real-life stories of families grappling with the harsh realities of environmental degradation. Meet the Smiths, a family from Bangladesh, whose life turned upside down due to rising sea levels. Imagine, if you will, the everyday life of the Smiths, an ordinary family living in a small coastal town in Bangladesh. Their days were filled with the ordinary tasks of life, going to work, attending school, and enjoying the simple pleasures of family life. But as the years went on, they began to notice a worrying trend. The sea, once a source of livelihood and joy, started creeping closer and closer to their home. The first few floods were manageable. They were, after all, part of life on the coast. But then, the floods became more frequent and more intense. The Smiths found themselves constantly on guard, their hearts pounding at the slightest hint of rain. Soon their home, their safe haven, was no longer safe. The floodwaters did not just bring water, they brought destruction, sweeping away their belongings, their memories, their sense of security. The Smiths were left to pick up the pieces only for the cycle to repeat itself again and again. And then came the displacement. The Smiths, like many others in their situation, were forced to abandon their home, their community, their way of life. They were just one family among thousands, all victims of the same merciless rising sea levels. The emotional toll was immense. The children, once carefree and happy, were now constantly anxious, their childhood replaced by uncertainty and fear. Their parents, meanwhile, bore the weight of their family's survival on their shoulders, their dreams for the future drowned by the realities of their present. The financial toll was equally devastating. The Smiths had to grapple not only with the loss of their home, but also with the loss of their livelihood. With their resources drained and their prospects grim, they faced an uphill battle to rebuild their lives. The Smith story is unfortunately not a unique one, as climate change continues to displace families worldwide. Across the globe in California, the Johnson family faces a different yet equally daunting challenge: wildfires. The Johnsons are an ordinary American family, but their lives have been interrupted by recurring wildfires, a harsh reality of climate change. The threat to their home is imminent and palpable. This is not a mere inconvenience, it is a life-altering phenomenon. They live with the constant looming fear that the next wildfire might consume their home, their sanctuary. It's not just about the physical threat to their home. The smoke and ash from the wildfires have serious health implications. The youngest Johnson, little Sarah, has developed chronic respiratory issues. The air she breathes is often thick with smoke, a grim reminder of the environmental degradation. And Sarah is not alone. Many children in her neighborhood are facing similar health issues due to the deteriorating air quality. The emotional toll is equally as challenging. Living under the constant threat of a natural disaster has led to increased stress and anxiety within the family. The Johnsons are always on edge, forever awaiting the alert that could signal the need to evacuate their home. This is not the peaceful family life they had envisioned. Yet, they are resilient. They have taken measures to protect their home, installing fire-resistant roofing and landscaping with fire-resistant plants. They have emergency plans in place, and they regularly practice evacuation drills. They have adapted to their circumstances, but at what cost? For the Johnsons, climate change is not an abstract concept discussed in the news. It is a tangible, everyday reality. It is the smoke-filled air they breathe, the anxiety-laden nights they spend, and the threat that looms over their home. The Johnsons' ordeal is not unique. Many families all across the globe are facing similar trials and tribulations due to climate change. The Johnsons' ordeal is a stark reminder of how climate change can drastically alter our lives. While these are individual stories, they represent a global issue that affects millions of families. The ripple effects of climate change-induced environmental degradation are not confined to any one region or group of people. This is a global crisis that touches every corner of our world, from the icy expanses of the Arctic to the tropical rainforests of the Amazon, from bustling metropolises to quiet rural villages. The reality is that environmental degradation has a profound impact on our daily lives. It disrupts food production, leading to scarcity and escalating prices. It intensifies weather patterns, resulting in more frequent and severe storms, floods, and droughts. It triggers health problems, such as respiratory illnesses and vector-borne diseases. And as we've seen with the Smith and Johnson families, it uproots lives, forcing people to abandon their homes in search of safer, more stable environments. The magnitude of this issue may seem overwhelming, but it's crucial to remember that we all have a role to play in addressing it. We must prioritize sustainable practices, reduce our carbon footprint, and advocate for policies that mitigate climate change. Our collective efforts can make a difference, helping to safeguard not only our planet but also the lives and future of families worldwide. As we witness the effects of climate change on families like the Smiths and the Johnsons, we're reminded of the urgent need for action. So, what can we do to help families like the Smiths and the Johnsons? The answer is within our reach. By consciously reducing our carbon footprint, we can protect the environment. Choose to support policies that combat climate change. Vote with the earth in mind. Talk about it. Spread the word. Make climate change a dinner table conversation. The fight against climate change is a fight for our families. It's a fight we must all partake in for the sake of our shared future.